Now I'm looking into it and we'll have an answer soon.
For 2 years, I've been saying that I support legalization everywhere.
Why is cannabis legalization suddenly high on every Israeli politician's agenda, making many other serious issues go up in smoke? And which party will take a hit as a result? We'll have a blunt conversation with our roundtable of candidates and pundits on this and everything election-related. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, has the recent turmoil over Congresswoman Ilan Omar indeed forced Jews to rethink their long-standing commitment to the Democrats? We'll discuss Jexodus, a new movement calling on Jews to leave the party. And after Speaker Nancy Pelosi throws some cold water on the calls to impeach President Trump, some colleagues come out in support.
The only thing worse than putting the country through the trauma of an impeachment is putting the country through the trauma of a failed impeachment.
Yet others remain undeterred.
I'm confident that the impeachment will go forward.
We'll tackle all these stories head-on and expose the spin right here on The Spin Room.
From the i24 News Studios at the Port of Jaffa in Tel Aviv is host Ami Kaufman.
Pandemonium in the halls of justice. Thanks for joining us on The Spin Room. And that scene that you just saw took place in Israel's Supreme Court. That was a member of the Arab political party Balad in a screaming match with a member of the ultra-nationalist party Jewish Power. It took place today during the periodical test to Israeli democracy as the High Court hears petitions to disqualify candidates from running for office. As you can see, the debate became very heated and peaked with a right-wing member of parliament, Bezalel Smotrich, actually scolding Israel's Supreme Court President Esther Hayut and reprimanding her alleged disdain for the Israeli parliament. We'll break it all down with today's Spin Doctors, a candidate for parliament from the blue and white list, the main rival to Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party. That is Ruth Wasserman Lande, International Relations Director for the Likud, Eli Chazan, and my favorite pollster and political strategist this side of the Atlantic, Dr. Dalia Shenlin. It is great to see all of you. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Thanks, Ruth, let me start with you. What's your reaction to these images that we just saw from the Supreme Court?
First of all, it's wonderful to have a democracy, a vibrant democracy in a country, the only actual democracy in the Middle East. And it's very important to have people that respect the rule of law in this country. The current government is taking a blow at institutions of the law, and that is something that we see as very difficult, and we need to uphold those institutions as those are the very core of democracy, which we must maintain.
So when a lawmaker says he scolds the president of the Supreme Court, that's not really upholding that institution, is it?
On the contrary, I'm saying we need to uphold the institutions that maintain the law in the country and the democracy.
Your party leader, Netanyahu, is embracing these people like Ben Gvir and Smotrich. He sat in a coalition with him until now.
No doubt.
Obviously has no respect for the court, does he? I mean, that means that your party has no respect for the court either.
Not necessarily. We have a lot of respect to the Supreme Court in Israel. We disagree about some issues, and we will do everything human possible in order to bring back the old order when the Supreme Court needed to judge, and the Knesset legislated, and the government executed, the policy.
Right.
We will go back to 1992. This is our intention.
Dalia?
On the other hand, we don't like this style of Jewish power.
Okay.
I think that there's an interesting point that Itamar Ben Gvir made. If I remember his quote correctly, he said, it's really awful that the Supreme Court is allowing the Arab party to run and not allowing us because we are loyal to the state. And I don't see that as a great example of respecting the rule of law. What I see is that he is portraying a situation in which the Supreme Court is purely a politicized body. And I think that that narrative has taken effect and gathered momentum in Israel among the public over the years.
All right, we have to go for a break. And when we come back, more with my guest on all the latest election news and why everyone is talking about weed. I believe I speak on behalf of my guest when I promise it's going to be a joint effort.